Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I wanted to start by showing you, let me do a little refresh here. We've got a 75-cent XRP, which is a good thing. The market's at 1.6 trillion. Now I was looking around over this morning and I found this interesting clip where BitBoy, the guy, we've talked about him a few times. He's the guy that's, I guess he's the largest YouTuber on in crypto. Anyway, he had a section of his show called XRP Rumors, and I wanted to play you this clip.
This develops.
If I can start back. Well, let me hit the old refresh button on that, and first I need to make sure my volume is up. All right, here we go.
What if Ripple right now is with the SEC working out an agreement? Basically, they agreed to settle, so this deposition did not go forward. This thing could be wrapped up next week. And when you look at timelines, when you look at Ripple pumping through this bull market, something's got to break soon. Something has got to break soon. And in my opinion, if he did not testify on Monday, the only reason why he did not is because they are working on an agreement right now. I think this could be over by next week. Very crazy. What do you think, TJ?
That'd be intense if it was over that quickly. Somebody was asking if it is wrapped up, how long do you think it'll take before we see major exchanges start relisting it? Like if it gets approved?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, I think. Within 2 weeks, probably. I mean,
yeah, quick.
Quick. Because price move is going to be. But here's the thing. By the time that happens, it's going to be too late to get the biggest gains. Not financial advice. Can't tell you what to do. I don't want to tell you what to do. I told you what I told my own family. But you can't just, if you wait until it gets back on Coinbase, you've already waited too long because the prices will be pumping before that. So very, very, very interesting stuff to check out. So looking to see how this develops.
All right, I thought that was an interesting clip. And this morning I also saw this. And what it makes me think of, this is from Crypto Bull, $10 XRP retweet if you believe. Well, I definitely believe. I haven't retweeted that yet. I'll probably do that in a little bit. But anyway, I definitely believe. Now, if what BitBoy was just talking about, and there was an agreement, I think that there. Not only do I believe, I think that it could go there and beyond real quick. Because remember, the second that they get the clarity that we want, not just retail, but banks and institutions all of a sudden don't have uncertainty anymore. And I think a lot of them are going to have a reason to own XRP. Okay, and here's the developments with this. James Phelan had put this out. Attorney Pascal Guerrier has filed a notice of appearance on behalf of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Apparently they've added another attorney. And then John Deaton had shown the guy's link to thing. He said he just made an appearance. He is a trial attorney for the SEC. Could mean a few things. Maybe someone else on the team is stepping down. Maybe it means they think it's going to trial and lining up the trial team. Who knows? So the guy's thing did say trial attorney. I've seen some people on Twitter say that he's a settlement guy, but I haven't seen the evidence of that. Now I thought this was interesting. Thinking Crypto said he might be he's working on trying to do an Arthur Brito interview. And I saw this and I was like, well, first, I doubt that would even happen. But the second thing I was thinking was, if you're going to do an Arthur Brito interview, you can't do an Arthur Brito interview. And I mean, you can't do an Arthur Brito interview without finding out about Arthur Brito's past, because everything else, I mean, that's the elephant in the room. If you're going to do one, find out where was he born? What went on in his life? Because that's what's interesting. Talking about what he thinks about the current politics or whatever and all that, that would, to me, that'd be a waste of thinking Crypto's time. So I hope that if he interviews this guy, think about this for a minute. I've gone my whole life and I have never, in anything in major finance, I have never heard of any company having a major executive whose face you can't see. Never. In this industry, we've got two. We got one who you don't even know who he is, Satoshi Nakamoto, that's supposedly supposed to be a part of a major thing financially for the entire world, but it seems comfortable with not knowing who this person is, or who this group of people, or government, or terrorists. Well, same thing with Arthur Brito. We can't see his face? What? I mean, if you have an interview with Arthur Brito, talking about the fact that you can't see his face is everything. Talking about where this guy came from is everything. Who cares about talking about whatever? I mean, the technology and all that. That's boring. You get that guy. If he doesn't want you to talk about where he came from and why we don't see his face, the rest of it, I mean, come on. Anyway, I think Thinking Crypto does a good job with interviews, and I hope I'm sure that he appreciates that you can't have that interview without finding out these things, and making that a discussion. It would be a great interview, and I will be the first person to show his interview if he does that. I think it'd be funny if he's not going to show his face, if he wore like a clown mask or something. Okay. Riz XRP sent me this, and I'm not going into the articles because I think we've already talked about it, but Greg Kidd, this is what's important. Greg Kidd says, a Ripple test. So, and remember, Greg Kidd's one of the first 10 guys at Ripple. Now, I just wanted to show you this. Ripple said, we're building an infrastructure of the global financial system, and we need bold people to help us lead the way. Explore our open positions today. What I wanted to show you is, I've looked at their careers page or their job postings page a lot of times since I started this channel, and I can tell you this: I've never seen as many job postings as they have right now all over the world. What you're looking at is a company that's ready to take on the world, not a company that's dying because of an SEC lawsuit. Now, I wanted to show you this. I had put this video up yesterday, and I said I agree with Gary Gensler 100% that Ethereum had an ICO pre-sale in 2014. I just can't figure out why the SEC didn't enforce the law from 2014 to 2018 and let multiple ICOs launch on Ethereum during that time. How is that protecting investors? Watch this.
Ethereum started with a pre-sale and an ICO, which we'll be talking about 72 million Ethereum. Vitalik wanted to raise money. He was maybe 19 years old. He looped in with a venture capitalist from Canada, Joe Lubin, who now runs Consensus.
Yes, so we did. What was that like? It started out on Skype channels and some meetups around the world. So really pretty decentralized, remarkably.
Man, that guy's uncomfortable all the time.
We all gathered at the end of January 2014 in a house for around 10 days, maybe a little more, in advance of the North American Bitcoin conference in Miami. And Vitalik was scheduled to deliver this paper describing the Ethereum platform. We sort of constructed what the project would be in that time together.
Okay, so I'll talk a bit about the funding model. So we will have a fundraiser for 2 months starting February 1st. It will be available at funds.ethereum.org. So the idea is that part of the initial issuance will be 1,000 Ether for 1 Bitcoin, or up to 2,000 Ether for 1 Bitcoin if you get in early to compensate for the increased risk. So the issuance model is that we will fundraise, suppose that we hand out X Ether through the fundraiser, then there will be about 0.5x will be pre-mined, and then 0.4x after that will be mined per year forever. So it's this hybrid of Mastercoin, of the Mastercoin and Ripple model, and the pure Bitcoin mining model, and even to a slight extent the inflationary model.
All right, so there you have it. Okay, XRP Bart sent me this. Ripple Swell Global is going to be November 9th through the 10th, 2021. Registration opens summer 2021. So we'll find out more. I'm assuming that's going to be virtual. Okay, wanted to show you this. This is Warren Davidson, the congressman. He's talking about this infrastructure bill that the Congress just did, this $28 billion, and they've put crypto provisions in there to basically try to tax the crap out of anything having to do with crypto. This is our politicians at work who don't understand business and what would be helpful to their citizens. Instead, they're trying to put a stranglehold on a new burgeoning industry.
The government it really doesn't need to be doing what they're trying to do with this bill. They basically decided we're going to try to tax crypto more than what you're already taxing it. It's already an obligation to report, gains and losses on crypto when you fill out your tax returns. But they scored this bill to say we're going to fund an additional $28 billion by driving a reporting requirement. Now, the language is very sloppy in it. And so...
Wait, now, he uses the word sloppy. It's really not, the word sloppy is the wrong word. What they do is they make the language intentionally vague. And that way, the same way that we've been complaining about how the SEC, they talk about providing guidance and everybody comes out and that nobody ever says it's the official position. The reason they do that is because it gives them leeway. That way they can say, oh, we thought you knew. Or in the case of Congress, by keeping it vague, they can capture more. Say, well, this is what that meant. It meant that we tax every movement of anything. Well, same thing. This is how our government works. It's a gotcha. They want to play gotcha, okay? Whether it's taxes or in SEC enforcement, it's all about gotcha. It's, you should have known. Well, we didn't specifically say, but you should have known that. You should have inferred that from the language or whatever. Yeah, I mean, shameful. But anyway, I'm not going to play any more of this video. It makes me too mad, but I will tell you this. The easiest way to not have to deal with all these tax issues, open an IRA with freaking iTrustCapital. I have 2 of them, okay? You can, if you have a 401k, old 401k or something, you can even roll your 401k into an iTrustCapital IRA. And look at all the things you can invest in. Look at this. Not just cryptocurrency, we don't talk about it often, but also precious metals. You can buy gold and silver through these things. But as far as cryptocurrency, these are all the cryptos that they have right now, and they're about to add another, Decentraland, okay? So I have links to this in the description. You can get a month free on that as well because they are a sponsor. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Tell your friends and family that if they're sick of being overburdened in crypto with taxes, because you have to pay your taxes, the smartest approach, and this is kind of what I do all the time now. This is how I buy crypto now, is when I contribute to my IRA and I buy the crypto inside of my iTrustCapital IRA. Thanks for listening.